Hello up there. We're going to be playing a 15-10 rapid game today. It's been a while since I've recorded a game specifically for YouTube, but I figured it was a good time to do so. We're playing on the Chessnut Pro today, and I've been trying to play some Scandi. If you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you know I had been playing the Caro Kann for a while. I don't know if I've brought my Sicilian to YouTube yet, but I've recently started playing more Scandinavian against E4. So we're going to see how this pans out. It's been a while, like I said, since I've played a game on YouTube. I am in a bit of a rapid slump right now. My last, I don't know, 20 games, I've had a fairly poor performance, but we're going to try and turn that around today with some positive vibes and a good game in the Scandinavian here with the black pieces. My opponent opts for knight f3 here, and I think I will respond with knight f6, trying to delay moves if I possibly can to bring my light square bishop out, which I will actually do here. Whoops, knocked a king over. I'm going to bring the bishop out, see what my opponent wants to do. They castle right away. I think I'm going to play e6 here, look to get my dark square bishop out and castle as well. My opponent plays c3. Interesting move. I think I will play bishop d6 here. See what my opponent wants to play. Okay, they play d4. I don't think that's really a problem for me. I think I'm just going to castle. Now, they may play the light square bishop out as well. Or sorry, their dark square bishop out to g5, pinning my knight. Not really pinning it to anything, to be fair. We'll castle, get my king to safety. I think this is a good course of action here. Interesting that my opponent, I'm realizing now that after my opponent played c3, they can't play knight c3, which is a nice centralized square for that knight. Also, I'm starting to realize that by playing bishop d6 myself, I'm limiting escape squares for my queen. So definitely have to be aware of that. They go bishop e3. I should probably develop my knight just to get everything into the game and squarely into the middle game. I believe we will do that. Also helps control e5. I know his knight will want to get in there. All right, knight bd2. Maybe looking for knight c4, which makes sense. I think I might start bringing... I don't know. I don't like where my queen is now, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not liking that at all because I don't have many escape squares. I'm actually considering playing knight b6 here, taking away c4 and allowing my queen to kind of get back. But I don't know. We're going to see. Because he has actually bishop c4, which is an annoying move. If I play knight b6, knight c4, knight takes, bishop takes. You know what? I still am going to have queen c6 as an escape square. I think I'm going to bring a rook to the center here. If he plays that bishop out, then I will. Okay, so he does. Like I said, I'm going to go bishop c6 here. And I actually think this is okay. I like having my rook on the d file. I still will look at knight b6 here, hitting that light square bishop. Look to bring a rook to the e file and maybe break. Okay, so they go just back. Seems like a waste of tempo for white. It puts my queen onto, you know, I don't know, maybe a debatably worse square, but I'm actually going to look at rook e8 and then maybe play knight f8, knight g6. rerouting that knight, considering it's not going to be going to e5 or c5 in this position. But if you are still here, I appreciate you rocking with me. You know, this has been a super fun journey. I think we're north of 1,700 subscribers now on YouTube, so shout out to all of you guys. I really, really appreciate you. Here my opponent plays b4. Taking the pawn on c3 is tempting, but after rook b1, starting to run out of squares for my queen, honestly. So maybe we shouldn't be so greedy. We play takes, rook over. I have queen a3, but then my queen's kind of on the edge of the board. I don't really like that. Feels risky to me. It just feels quite risky to me to take that pawn. Well, I guess if takes, I mean, I'll have queen takes b4. I don't know. I'm calculating now to see if I can get my queen out of the pickle that it may be in. Queen takes, rook c1, queen takes b4, rook b1. Probably queen a5. But then he has knight c4. Takes. Yeah, I do think I'm going to start running out of squares. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do it. All right. How long did that calculation take me? It took me a few minutes, but I don't think taking that pawn is a good idea. I just think it's probably too risky. I'm considering taking it again, but I think I'm actually down to fewer squares. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll keep on with my plan, bringing the knight up into the game, knight g6. And I'd love to get a knight into e4, possibly even d3. A couple of nice squares for my knight. All right, they're pushing their pawns on the queen side. I'm thinking about playing e5 here. Kind of like e5. I'm guessing they'll play d5, queen d7. Yep, that is the case. Queen d7, like I said. And I'm going to look to play c6 here, try and break up this pawn structure that white has going on here. I guess they could advance with c5 here, then we're putting my dark square bishop into a bit of a pickle. I could go all the way back to f8, which maybe is not the worst idea in the world. Probably will have to go to f8 if they play c5. Guessing that's what they will play. Although if c5, bishop f8, probably knight c4. They got to defend that d pawn after that. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do here, because they're getting pretty extended out on the queen side with this big pawn push, but all of my pieces are loading up on the king side. So I wonder if I should start looking at some tactics here. Now, threatening my knight. Threatening to break up my pawn structure as well. I'm looking to see if I can play queen f5. Queen f5. I'm actually considering playing e4 here. e4, bishop takes, g takes, knight d4. I'm going to do it. Takes, g takes. And yeah, my king safety is not great, but kind of like what's going on so far. I'm guessing bishop takes first. If that knight moves, then we're just playing bishop takes e2. I wonder if he plays knight takes e4, then we'd have rook takes, bishop d3. I think we're okay, honestly. Rook takes, knight takes, bishop d3. I think they're calculating it, though. I'm down on the clock as per usual. So we'll see if we can get some time back. See where this knight is going to go. I think they play bishop takes first. They do play bishop takes first. Now, take. Trying to see if I could play pawn takes first here. Pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. Oh, I think I can play pawn takes here. I think I do have pawn takes. Because if he plays bishop takes on d8, then I have pawn takes on e2, and that's, I think, losing on the spot for white. So they probably play G takes F3 here. Okay, they played bishop takes. But I get to play bishop takes with tempo, queen takes, and I can just move my rook out of the way or take that piece back. Take, 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 queen takes. Oh yeah, I've got bishop takes. Probably queen takes, but if knight takes, that would be pretty nuts. Queen takes indeed. I've got pawn takes back. I think I'm up a piece here. Up a piece for a pawn. Now, if queen takes on f6, I have bishop e5. Forking the rook and the queen. And I'd be going up in exchange again. They may be weighing that queen capture, but I wonder what else they could play here. Maybe instead they could play knight e4. Knight e4, probably a better move. Okay, they go rook over anyways. I'm thinking about playing knight e5 here. Hitting the queen with tempo. I guess he does have now, but he still has queen takes. Can I defend that pawn in any meaningful way? I guess I could play f5. Time check, 7 minutes. f5. I could play bishop e5, defending that pawn. I don't really want to play rook takes. Seems a waste trying to give up the open file. I am going to play f5. f5 takes away a nice square from the knight. f5 is defended by my queen. Okay. Hits the dark square bishop. I think I just go bishop f8. No harm, no foul. Yeah, bishop f8. Bishop f8. Dropping pieces here. And see what my opponent wants to do. I wonder if... okay, so they do play rook takes. I'll take back with the rook, of course. Knight c4. I don't really think they're threatening a whole lot here. I guess they can play knight a5, going for that pawn. I could play b6. b6 doesn't seem right. Hmm. Time check 5 minutes. I'm looking at rook e4 here. I don't know if I really can take away. If he plays knight a5, I always have queen c8, which is not the worst play in the world. Considering b6. Hmm. I'm actually considering queen b5 here, hitting the knight. I think here, I'm gonna get my light square or dark square bishop onto a different square. Yeah, I think I'm gonna improve my dark square bishop. Although, I gotta be careful because I cannot allow him knight e4. Okay, plays here. Yeah, I don't really want to play knight takes, do I? I'm actually gonna go here. Back. Okay, rook slides over. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to, gonna take with the pawn. Maybe he takes with the knight. I don't miss any tactics here. I only have 3 minutes, but I feel like this is going well for me so far. So he does play knight takes. And I may just play... Bishop takes, rook takes. You know what, actually? I'm going to go bishop takes. Probably rook takes. I'm going to go queen here. If he takes that pawn, then I give queen check and another queen check, forcing a trade of queens. Only have a minute 37. This is so classic for me. Okay, so he does play queen takes. So we give the check. Check. Forcing the trade. Rook takes. Have this rook move. Rook blocks with check. We go king steps up. Here. We got to start getting my knight in the game. That is the key. I'm nervous. Can you guys hear it in my voice? My voice is trembling a little bit because I'd really love to not lose this game. Okay, rook here. Probably knight this way. Got to start getting my king into this game as well. Okay, so the rook steps back. Go here with the knight. Blockade the pawn. We really need to get the king in the game here. But I got these loose pawns on the H and F files. So it's not exactly clear how we're going to take advantage of this. If I lose this game on time, I'm going to be so annoyed. So annoyed. Okay, gained a bit of time there. Seeing if he's going to try and trade rooks off, which to me feels losing. I got my king on the queen side. I'm going to start going after these 3 pawns. Okay, we can defend that pawn with this move. My rook is doing a lot of work here. Wow, I'm actually stressed. I don't know if you guys are. Okay, plays here. King over here. The rook is defended, no worries. Where's he going to put the rook? Slides over here. Step the king up again, although I can't really attack it, to be fair. Step the king over. I'm low on time here. Got to be careful. Okay, rook steps back. Gonna attack the rook. Ooh, that was a mistake because he can give a check and I can't defend my rook. He was baiting me into it. And I think the game is over. And this is me. This is how I've lost a lot lately. I can't defend the rook. I just can't. I have nothing. Rook takes. The best I can try and do is take some of these pawns. And wow, that was a tough tactic that I missed. Going from probably completely winning to definitely lost here. Takes my pawn. Take this pawn. It is not looking good. We could go knight here. Oh, it's defended by the rook, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm just going to resign. And we will take this to another screen to do an analysis of the game. I do think... Oh, I didn't resign? I thought I hit resign. Resign. We're going to go to another scene here. Hold on. Control-Shift-M. Go to the other scene with my Lichess. Let's take a look at it, because that was an unfortunate game. Just a bad tactic on my part. Go to the analysis board. We'll go all the way back to the beginning. Take a look at the opening first. This so you can see the opening tree when I turn it on. Knight here. Bishop g4 actually is the top move. Played knight up. I think this will just end up transposing. No, it doesn't. Okay. E6 and then D4. Yeah, see, C3 is a weird move because they can't bring their knight to C3 anymore, which I think hurt them in the long run of this game. I felt like my opening was solid. See, I thought about taking this, but I think I was going to get my queen trapped. Does the engine say I can take that? It says it's okay, but I did not like it at all. Knight D5 was actually the top move. Oh, sorry, knight D5 here. No, knight D5 here. Ah, hitting this, hitting this. I did not see knight D5. Yeah, I think tactically I was better here. Take, 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 take. Queen B5. Okay, here I forced a trade of queens. And even though I'm up a piece for 2 pawns, engine doesn't favor me a whole lot. Where did I make a critical mistake? I probably should have just stepped my king up, which I did. Ah, yeah. That, I mean, going from completely winning to just completely losing. And I was low on time, but that's a bad mistake. But what can we glean from this game? Really, I mean, from the opening perspective, I felt like I opened quite well. I got my pieces into the game. I probably should have seen knight d5 here instead of knight f8. Just putting a knight in the center, putting more pressure on this pawn. They can't push it because I have takes. And even if I take and they bring a rook over, I have check, which is really helpful to help give my queen somewhere else to go. The engine said taking the pawn was okay. But after rook b1, I think it was taking this pawn was, oh, I could take this pawn. Really? Knight c4. Bishop takes f3. Bishop takes. Knight b6. Wow. Knight takes. A takes. I guess it would have been okay. I probably should have taken that pawn, but I don't know. The line I was looking at, I thought for some reason I was going to have trouble after here. Something like this. Guess I'd have queen a5. But what after this? Queen f5. Oh, I could escape all the way using the 5th rank. I did not see that at all. I didn't see that I could escape with the 5th rank. Engine liked e5 there. I'm happy about that. Queen d7 makes sense. e4 was the best move. Taking, e takes. Yeah. Bishop takes f3, bishop takes f3, queen takes, g takes. I thought if you played rook, yeah, he could not play queen takes because I was saying this. Bishop e5. I thought about bishop e5 in that move. I also thought about knight e5. Instead, I defended the pawn. Queen b5 here. I did consider it, but I just felt like I would be putting my queen too far on the edge of the board. I didn't really like that. Queen b5. What if just rook defends? Queen takes c4. Oh, because of the back rank. Ah. Can't defend that way because of the back rank, mate. So he has to go, what, knight e3, f4, knight f5, queen e2. Wow. All right. Well, not my best work. We're about 40 minutes into that. I played good until I didn't. Time pressure, I think, got the best of me. I hopefully would have spotted that with a little bit more time. I felt good about the opening. I'm getting good practice on the Chessnut Pro, but we will break out of this slump eventually. If you have any comments on the game or my analysis, let me know. I feel like it's always helpful. And thanks for sticking around. Until the next video, take care, guys. If you want to keep supporting me, the best way you can do that is liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thanks.